Continuing on with Photoshop, the next activity I want you to do is a very common adjustment that deals with flash photographs. One of the more common things that happens is you get a red eye as a result of a direct flash on a picture. So I want you to take the red eye sample and drag it into Photoshop. And here we go. We have young girl, Command 0 to bring it up to full screen. I feel so sorry for this girl. I took her off the internet probably a dozen years ago. Anyway, you notice it's terrible red eye here. So we're going to adjust it in various ways. I can still remember the first time I did adjustments in Photoshop and didn't understand how you could do those adjustments. And I literally just went on and took a paintbrush. Where's the paintbrush? Around here, and just made the paintbrush black and then did something like this. Let's see, let's make it a little bit smaller and just sort of went boop and just literally painted over top. Which, as you can see, if you do that, although it takes away the red, it looks totally fake. Okay, so let's go back in the history. Take it back to normal, and I'm going to show you a much more sophisticated and simply just a better way to do this. Now to do this, I'm just going to grab the channels here. I click on channels. Oh, you can see them all. We'll go with this. Okay, so if you know anything about photographs or anything that appears on screen, it's made up of 3 different colors, and the channels show that. Red, green, and blue. And different intensities of red, green, and blue produce the different colors you see on screen. So if I go to red, and you'll notice that anything that is redder or has more red in it appears lighter. So obviously the red eye is much lighter. Okay, and you notice the straps on her shirt are also red, and so they're much lighter. If I go to green, okay, there's very little green in her eye because it's mostly red, and again, very little green in the straps on her shirt. Okay, and if I go to blue, there's actually a little bit of blue. So you see it's a bit lighter than the green channel. Okay, and so you can see that there's a little bit of blue in that color, and same thing here. It's a little bit lighter here, so there's a little bit of blue in the color that's there. Let's take a look at that color again, and so you can see this red has a slight bit of blue, but almost no green. What we'd like to do to get rid of the red intensity is to take the level of intensity, the brightness of this, down to a level that is much more pleasing to the eye and eliminates the red. Now, so the way we do this is we look at all the eyes here, and that looks a little light. The green channel by far looks the best in terms of her eyes. So here's what you do. To change the intensity on the red channel, we go to the channel, and again, I'm doing spacebar command to drag out here. I zoom in on her eyes, and that's the intensity I'd like to see on the red channel. And so what I'd like to do is I'm going to use this Marquee tool. Let me go back just so you can see that. It's the Elliptical Marquee tool. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I am going to literally take this intensity by copying and pasting. And so I'm going to hold the Shift key down and drag out a circle, because it makes a perfect circle. Okay, and then if I hold the space bar at the same time while I'm dragging out, I can literally move this circle around. And I don't have to make it that big. I think I'm just going to make it about this big. Maybe just 1 pixel bigger. There we go, let go there. And that'll be okay. And then I'll do a copy and paste. So I'm going to do an edit, copy, and then I can go to the red channel, and I'm going to go edit, paste. And all that's going to do is change the level of intensity. Now I'm going to go back to the green channel, do the same thing on the other eye. Drag out a circle, space bar, I'll move it down. And it's the same thing. Edit, copy, on the green channel, go to the red channel, and edit, paste. Okay, now I'm just going to deselect those. Okay, select, deselect. Okay, and now on the red channel, we actually have a decent level of exposure. So I'm just going to do Command 0, go back to normal, and let's take a look at our eyes now. And you can see there's a significant difference than just painting it in. It actually looks like a natural change. Okay. Anyway, that's the best way to do red eye reduction.